This is just gonna be a little bit extra here too. I don't know how much you can see, but everybody here, they all have cars. This is a motorized camp, this place. Um, People here, they have jobs, very well paid jobs. Some people, well, they make good money, really good money. A really good money is what they make. Those that have children receive about the same amount of money as I receive for every child per month, on top of the jobs and so on. If they don't have the permits, they have jobs under the table, and these jobs are really well paid. Even for 2-3 hours of work they get 100 zloty and so on. It's about something that cost me, if you take that 8 zloty an hour, is what I got paid. Almost 2 days of work. I call United Nations for help because I'm at a location right now that is about 2 hours distance away from the city, from the nearest city where some jobs are. Polish state have raped Polish constitution, European laws, European Union laws, and international treaties, basically United Nations treaties, in respect to human rights, for no less than a year here in this case. The right to work here was declined to me without absolutely any legal justification on no less than at least 4 occasions. Just without absolutely any other excuse than using Article 24 when they had no argument anymore they possibly could use against me. They have just came up, they brought up a lie that I have submitted a request to stop the political asylum procedure, basically request for international protection in Poland. This is not okay. I am 2 hours away from the city, still without a work permit, and just because Donald Trump is having the water going through his mouth because he's choking in his own whatever he created, I am not about to do something idiotic. I'm thinking about this directed energy weapon play that started in Slovenia, and then they brought this through the Poland and play with this stuff here in Poland too, and the stuff that I have gone through, and it's something that Americans, it was like some kind of a game, ha 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 ha, have you seen this, tra la 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 la, all these stands, bikes, problems with these bike stands, search for job. By the way, they have completely screwed up this place here because people, they intimidated people with all kinds of issues, with kinds of stuff, stupidities. It's actually even harder for me to find something. All through that I work much better than what they do, and for less. All this kind of stuff, idiotic stuff that would make person feel like he's competing, this is like something going on. And when I say something going on, I can go other than Król is tylko jeden, king is only one. We will put you as a king of the Poland and stuff like this. You have to do the stuff like this. You have to, I don't know, what is it you have to do. We are going now to Kaczynski. It's gonna be disclaimed, and then it's gonna be, all these people involved, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like this, and now you have, this is the time now. It's gonna come up with a claim like this, and now you have to go get the passport and get like a normal job and make like a lot of money and stuff like this. This is, in my opinion, the way I see it, this is just in your heads. That's all there is. All this MK Ultra bullshit, brainwash, lies, crap that you try to instill through the violence in MK Ultra and in post MK Ultra period, this only is in your heads. Here is basically we separate. We never really were acting as one. I have never seen myself in a role that you have proposed, the way you saw things as. I'm seeing it as what brought me to Poland. And I'm seeing it basically as why I have filed here for political asylum just as day one, and nothing really changed here in respect to why I came here, what happened, how I came here. I still remember. I'm not about to do something idiotic and actually go out there to Warsaw and get my passport and see things such as that I supposedly have submitted some request to stop political asylum as any kind of relieving circumstance, understandable, something logical and stuff like this, and something to go about lies. I am not going to go grab myself for the lies. I am asking you, United Nations, to step in. I'm asking you, European Union Court, to step in. I'm asking European Union institutions, governments, to step in and stop Kaczynski from doing. Kaczynski dreamed also about other stuff. How it's going to be with a bike and with a tent, and they're going to play with this directed energy, and how am I going to run, and what they have invented, what kind of instruments, and the man is going to run, and so on and so forth. I'm going to be running anywhere. This city, Zgierz, is a special place for me. This is a special place because of the people here, Lodz, Zgierz. This also, in a way, was anticipated for me to come up. I think it was more than anything an intimidation, because they have created other issues as well. They pushed forward with the idea that once you, it was always a threat, once you say that, then we're going to have the legitimate way for you to relocate you and stuff like this to another location and so on. But basically it's like this, that private option also exists within the Polish immigration system, and more than anything the right to work. And you raped both of this, and private option, and you raped foremost what is the right to work, because you don't have the right to decline person the right to work, to find a job, and you did it for no less than 1 year. You use some kind of a bogus excuse law that I would say applies maybe to a certain degree to the people, till you actually ensure that person is legitimate refugee. But you can under no circumstances say that European states, all European states are safe countries of origin, since there is no corruption. There's no such thing as a corruption. It doesn't exist within the European Union. This is bizarre, this is crazy, this is grotesque. So I'm asking United Nations, this is not okay. People are motorized, they have money, they have things. I was walking, this was the first transportation I got me. 2 weeks ago I got it. As you know, I have the injury here. This is the injury. As you know, I have a ligament problem. And bicycle, as you know, does work like a medicament for ligament injury. And I'm asking United Nations to step in to stop this Donald Trump game. I'm not into it. I'm not gonna go just like this and get the passport, anything like this. On Monday I'm gonna go, I'm gonna find the attorney, I'm gonna write a letter to the Polish immigration, complain to the Warsaw court, complain to the European Union court, and complain to the United Nations court. I'm gonna repeat one, although I already have submitted you through the fax request for you to get involved, because it's too many proofs about MKUltra, and it's too many proofs about abuse. Using MKUltra at the present and abuse, and it's a physical, it's a stuff that's not supposed to go on. It's just like this. I have no idea what Donald Trump plan is. What is it? You know, he hired like the best of the best of America, the best brainwashers, and a bunch of young people that became actors and stars and so on. Basically have conditioned them with careers, stuff like this. It was like using this type of issue to determine what their careers are gonna be and stuff. This thing just needs to be stopped. It can't go on like this. I am not gonna see it any other way. The way I see it, this is just the way it is. This is legitimate, illegitimate it is. The people who are here, actors, whatever they did, these people, young American people, whose careers were determined based on how, if you want to call this, they performed on a side jobs like this. I am not one of you. I did not sign any contract. I did not agree to any of this stuff, and I have gone way beyond you have. You know, these are two totally separate, different types of issues. I am asking the law enforcement, actually United Nations, Amnesty International, European Court, Human Rights Court, and so on, governments, to get this thing done through like legitimate report through the law enforcement as is treated the crimes that treated and seen as. I am asking you to step in other words, and stop this stuff. Because I have nothing going on. I'm not going to see it the way Trump saw it and see it. Trump dreamed about how he actually, that's how he convinced the people, smaller people, to cooperate in this crime, that he is the president, that he is going to be a president, that he is going to be a great politician, stuff like this, that he is a great businessman, stuff like this, and in a certain occasions that he actually even dares to rape, violate US Constitution, international treaties, and so on, with ability, with basically having what he insisted was that he have the ability to actually like jump across these laws because he knows the final determination, resolution of the issue of case which he created. It would be like so beneficial for the people, it would be like so beneficial for everybody, that he actually is a person, as a man, as I am, as all this I am, and I can even do the stuff like this, is what I'm trying to explain. This is how he saw the things. This is how he saw himself as. And I got to say, I don't see it that way. And that's why, again, I'm asking the law enforcement, the real law enforcement, I'm asking police association to step in. This is not okay, this stuff. Okay? It can't go like this. This is not okay. And I'm not going to see it any other way. I'm not being driven insane to the point that all through I did crazy stuff, had little time to even eat, compromised my own food, my health, and so on to get the things done. Very difficult circumstances. I was not driven insane over the edge that I would go and basically delegitimize myself as an applicant for political protection, for the protection and the international protection in the state of the Poland. I'm not that crazy, I'm not that insane. We're going to go through attorneys now more than ever, and regardless of the threats about if I will this and I will do that, we will continue to remain here no matter what Polish immigration is going to do, what else they're going to come up with. If they can still come up with anything like this, I'm sure they can. I'm sure there is no limit, because if they say that you have written something, you have not even written a request to stop the procedures and stuff like this, I'm sure there's a whole stuff, a lot of more stuff they can come up with. And in respect to jobs, man, I can tell you about how that went, but that's a totally separate video. It's like extra unusual, strange situation, which Donald Trump maybe saw as fun thing, as entertaining thing, but I don't see it that way. I have a compassion for Americans that have gone through this, for these young people that engage in this stuff, because they have a lot of compassion for me, but these are two separate issues. You signed contracts, your careers went well. Unfortunately for some of these young Americans, life became even screwed. There were a lot of people whose lives were screwed. This is how it went. I'm happy for those of you that careers went well, that you're doing well, but think about those whose careers did not go well. Think about my situation here and think about where this whole thing is going. How the whole thing, this whole picture, where the whole thing can end up. This is a world of lies that needs to be stopped. It doesn't work like this. So, thanks for watching this video. Till next time.